Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cop Talk. First one for a while. We've had a little break because of the World Cup. So let's get on with the show. So tonight, I want to just talk about the World Cup briefly. England obviously went out yesterday, so disappointing for England. Um, Personally, I feel for the players, but I think the managers let them down. He showed his limitations in terms of being able to change the direction of a game using his squad. I mean, he arguably had the best squad bench in the tournament. Didn't utilise them, in my opinion. Just brought the same players on all the time, turn into the same players, nothing different. So for me, I think it was a wasted opportunity for England. I think Madison should have played. I think Trent should have played more prominently, especially last night towards the end of the game, last 10, 15 minutes. You're trying for a goal. Trent is a creative player. Put him on. Madison, creative. Put him on. You know, I don't know. For me, that's the limitations of Gareth Southgate. But look, they're out now, so it's. I think they were a bit unlucky with some of the decisions as well yesterday, maybe. But yeah, it's one of those where I mean, for me, this World Cup hasn't really, you know, grabbed my interest that greatly. Some of the games have been okay that I've watched, but I don't think I've really sat and watched the whole game and been enthralled by it like I normally am. What I've noticed about this World Cup is huge amounts of extra time being played in games. I mean, the other day I saw a game 14 minutes extra time. I was like, what the hell happened there? And averaging 7, 8, 9 minutes, you know, is normal in the World Cup now. So, yeah, that's a bit of a change. Who's impressed me? Well, Morocco have definitely impressed me. The way they play, the energy, the attitude, the organisation, you know, unbelievable. What a story if they win the World Cup. What a story. And what this World Cup has shown is the gap between these African and Arab nations in regards to the footballing superpowers. That gap's closing. And you can really see it because these teams have, they've been surprises and shocks in this World Cup. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. All right, Argentina did have about 5 goals disallowed, I think, but Saudi Arabia looked good when they played. Iran, when they beat Wales. I mean, these teams, they can play. Tunisia, there's some good. These African teams are good. The Arab teams are good. I'm telling you, you know, they're definitely getting closer. I mean, who knows? Morocco might win it this time round, but with France, Croatia, Argentina, Morocco are still the outsiders here, I would have said. But if they win it, what a story. And no one could say they're lucky. They've earned it. So for me, that's been the story of the World Cup for me. Players who've impressed me. I would say, well, the Croatian goalkeeper's impressed me. He saved loads of penalties. He's done very well. I think the Moroccan goalkeeper's done well as well. The Moroccan guy, Amrabat, he looks good. Liverpool linked with him, so that'll be a good signing if it comes off. For Holland, I like that Cody Gakpo. He played well. Um, who else? I think for France, that Rabiot, he's played really well. I mean, he looks decent. And there was some ridicule about um, certain teams in for him, and they were saying, "Oh, why are you buying this guy? He's no." I've seen a lot of negative press about Rabiot, but he's played really well. He's looked a good player. Yeah, so for me, that's really the World Cup. It hasn't gripped me like normally they do. I mean, I was having a chat with Yaz, friend of the show, sometime Cop Talk presenter, um, and we're talking about Brazil. And for me, Brazil are not the Brazil that I grew up watching with Zico and Socrates and these guys who, when you watch, they played their football in South America and they were unknown. Now, all these Brazilian players, they play in European teams. They're almost like European players. It seems like that samba has been diluted out of them. That's my opinion anyway. And they flashes of brilliance, but not like these guys used to have. Not like the Zicos and the Eds and the Juniors. And these guys were awesome. And only towards the end of their career did they go to Europe. So, yeah, for me, I think that's the difference with the Brazil, even with Argentina now. You know, the top players for these countries play in Europe now because that's where the money is. Back then, back in the day, in the 80s, that didn't happen so much. It did occasionally. I think you had Ozzy Ardiles and Ricky Villa from Argentina. When they won the World Cup, they came to Tottenham. So it did happen, but more often than not, they were playing in South America. Anyway, that's my take on it. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. What do you think? So the Premier League starts up again. I think Liverpool had a friendly today. They played, I think, 25 players in this game. They lost 3-1 to Lyon. But they looked okay first half when they had what would look like the strongest lineup out of the two halves out. They looked sharp. They looked okay. So, yeah, not too disappointed. And second half, we saw Naby Keita get some minutes and Oxlade-Chamberlain. So it looks like the break's been good and we've got some players back fit. Big shame about Diaz. Very big shame. You know, I was really looking forward to seeing him play again. But looks like he's going to be out till the new year. Maybe even March. So get well soon, Louis. Hope you're feeling better soon and you're back in a red shirt before we know it. Excuse me, I've had a little chest infection, I think, recently, so bear with me. What else did I want to talk about? Yeah, the January transfer window is going to be important. I think we might have to buy a couple of players. Hopefully, they buy a midfielder. And they're talking about that Amrabat from Morocco. And I would like to see a forward player because I think we need someone, you know, because with Diaz out, you know, that's a big blow. And Jota out, you know, that's going to be a bit of a problem. We're a bit short up front. So I would like to see one signing up there, a young, hungry forward. I don't know who. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who you think we should buy. First game coming up is going to be the Carabao Cup tie on the 22nd of December. So 10 days, just under 10 days away. Well, a week away almost, isn't it? So what is it? Yeah, it's not far away anyway. So, yeah, we're going to, the Man City against Liverpool Carabao Cup tie. I'm pretty sure we'll play a semi-strong team. I wouldn't have thought all the big hitters will be in it because we've got a game on Boxing Day against, is it Leicester? Yeah, so the games are going to come thick and fast and it's going to be a hectic schedule, but I think this break has done Liverpool good and hopefully they've worked on some stuff and we need to hit the ground running because the gap is too big for us to be inconsistent anymore. I hope they've ironed out all those little anomalies that were happening earlier in the season, and I hope we are a lot better come the start of the new season. Well, the second part of the season. Finally, the Liverpool takeover. I don't really know what's happening with that. It seems almost like they're saying, well, they're only going to sell part of the club, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But look, let's see. It's interesting times. And how could I not mention Mr. Jude Bellingham, who was one of the players that really impressed me. I mean, for a young guy, he has such stature and presence, and he is a player already, and he's only going to get better. So I hope all the rumours are true, that we are in the driving seat to sign him. And yeah, I'd love to see him in a red shirt very, very soon. That's it from me tonight. I wish you all well, and I'll see you on the next video.